Again with Mr. Marone, better known as Puerto Rican Jesse. We're discussing his college years. And what college did you go to, Mr. Marone?
I just told you, Hartwood College, only out to New York.
Yes, this is part two.
I mean, are you a little deaf?
No, this is part two.
What's your problem?
This is part two because the dog interrupted us. So you decided to go to...
You eliminated all of part one, so I'm going to repeat myself.
That's correct. You're going to repeat yourself. Okay, so what year did you go to Hartwood College?
I graduated in
I asked you, what was your freshman year in Hartwood College?
I don't know. I have to back into it.
Okay.
What do I look like, a brainstorm?
Yeah, I figured you are.
I graduated in 57.
Okay.
1957.
And was that a 5-year, 4-year, or 3-year plan?
I went 4 years because I went 1 year. My marks were so bad. To West Virginia Wesleyan.
Why were your marks so bad, Mr. Marone?
Because I didn't study.
Okay, but what...
I thought I was a wise
So
guy.
what year was your freshman year?
I think it was 1962 February. I graduated under half a year.
Okay.
And I went to Hartwick the June.
And what high school was that?
Lafayette High School,
Okay.
Brooklyn, New York.
Okay, good. So back to college. We'll go
I went to Lafayette High School.
We don't care about that right now. We're answering questions.
Very famous people.
We're answering question about Hartwood College. What foolhardy things or jokes did you do in Hartwood College your freshman year? Could you tell us?
I just didn't study.
No, but what about going to the restaurant with sleeves and an overcoat and then what was that story about?
How'd you hear that one?
What's the story about that?
How'd you hear that?
Well, what happened with the overcoat and the sleeves and you were completely... What tell us that story.
We had a sailor's ball. And a sailor's ball, you dress like a sailor. So I had shorts on. And for some reason or another, they ripped my shorts off. So I had underwear on. So I was 5'7", 5'8", 5'8", 5'9". And my fraternity brothers were 6'2", 6'3". So I grabbed one of their coats, and it was down to my ankles. And I walked over to, what the hell was her name?
Nicky Lambros's cousin's bar.
Yeah, Nicky Lambros, Nick Steiner. Nick Steiner in Oneonta, New York. And
the waitress.
His sister-in-law, Nick Lambros's sister-in-law.
Who's the waitress?
Was the waitress. She said, Jesse, take off your coat. It's hot in here. So I took off my coat, and I was in my underwear. She said, Jesse, put your coat back on. I said, okay. And that was the story. So I got around that I was nude. I wasn't nude. I had my underwear on. So that's one of the things. I did a lot of crazy things in college. A lot of crazy things. We did a lot of crazy things. Me and my pal Clem Falzerano from Herkimer, New York.
Did you like kill some deers or something?
We killed a deer.
How about
Clem killed a deer. I don't know how we killed the deer. I'm not sure how we killed. But we put it on our fender, and we roll around town with the deer on our fender. But everybody did that. Those were hunters up there. So, but they knew we weren't hunters. I had a terrific time in college. Terrific time.
So how did you? And
I graduated with a Bachelor of Science degree.
Yeah. So basically, you had a lot of fun in college.
And I still graduated.
Okay. Good.
They threw me out. I went to West Virginia Wesleyan. Then I came back to Hartwick and went to summer school because there was a rule that they could not, even though they had thrown me out, they had to allow me to go to summer school. That was the New York State law. So I went to summer school, but I made a deal with Dean Reese. He was the what the hell was he? He was of admissions. And I said, how about we make a deal, if I get all C's in summer school to show you that I can do the work, you allow me back in. Well, you know, and this, I says, listen, you got nothing to lose because you think I'm a bum anyway. So he says, okay. We made the deal. I got all C's. I got my first B. And I got back into school. and I put in another year and a half, and
So
I
that
graduated.
that dean is not a douche. He was a nice dean. You were friends with him after that?
And, yeah, I was friends with everybody.
Okay. Thank you very much. We'll come back.